Social Security, did they just announce it? That's a great question and exactly what I want to focus on right here in the video, so let's get right into it. I know in this video, I do want to share with you the details of an announcement that was just made that'll directly impact about 70 million beneficiaries who do receive benefits administered by the Social Security Administration. However, is this the official announcement out of Social Security, and what does this mean for your Social Security checks? All of these are really good questions. Let's get into it and talk about the details and why we're seeing this in the headlines so much right here, right now, as a result of this announcement. Really fast before we do, thanks so much for joining me. If you're new here or if you haven't done so yet, please make sure to subscribe right down below the video. It's totally free to do so, and I'm here for you right by your side every single day. As your one and only daily advocate, I truly want to help you out in any way that I possibly can. Also, as long as you're right down below the video hitting that subscribe button, if you haven't done so yet, make sure to share this video with your friends, family, social media, and of course hit that like button if you'd like to as well. All right, thanks so much. Please subscribe down below, and let's get into it and talk about the details of this announcement, what it means for you, your monthly benefit, and is this the official announcement? All right, so there's a few different things that are going on here. This announcement that was just made, yes, is very important, and yes, it does directly impact your monthly checks administered by Social Security. Very important stuff. However, is this the official announcement? Believe it or not, I've seen this in the headlines a lot as of recently. A number of different sources coming out, people talking about this, saying, this is it. This is the official announcement. Here is what it all is, and here's how it's going to impact checks. Is that totally true, though? Well, let's talk through the details. Yes, this announcement is important. Is this the official announcement? Technically, no, it's actually not, okay? However, I don't want to discount this announcement because this announcement is still important. However, it's not the official one, okay? Let me talk about the details of what's going on here. I'm talking about the CPI data release, otherwise known as Consumer Price Index, or we also know it as the inflation report. This is a report that comes out once per month, generally right around the middle of the month. It comes out and it gives us a glimpse into what is going on with inflation based on the previous month, okay? However, here we are. We are in the time right now gathering at the 3 data points that we need to determine how much the COLA, cost of living adjustment, is going to be for next year, 2024, okay? So we take the 3 data points from the 3rd quarter of the year and we run it through a calculation, and it gives us the idea of how much the COLA will be for the following year, okay? However, this is not the official announcement, okay? This is one of the 3 data points that we do need. Remember, we need the data points from July, August, and September to determine how much the COLA will be for the following year in 2024, okay? So as a result of this, even though it would seem this looks really good, this is the announcement. Well, this is one of the 3 announcements that we need in order to get the details of this, okay? Now, let me break the details down a little bit further. We will be getting the official announcement, official announcement, as in the real announcement out of Social Security, as far as how much the COLA is actually going to be in October, okay? We get that in October. The reason being is all of these reports that we've been getting so far, the inflation reports are about 2 weeks delayed, give or take a couple days, okay? Generally in the middle of the month is when the CPI number comes out. The inflation report is released. That is on the behalf of the previous month, okay? So they're always about a couple weeks delayed. So as a result of that, we'll be getting September's CPI or inflation report in October. That is when the official announcement comes out of Social Security. Even though as of recently, there's been a lot of speculation, there's been a lot of numbers being thrown around, and we've seen it coming out time and time again, where we see all these reports coming out, and the best speculations, reports that suggest, oh, the COLA is going to be 3.2%. The COLA is going to be 3%. The COLA is going to be 2.7%. The COLA is going to be 3.4%, whatever it happens to be, right? We've seen this a number of times here over the last few months. Well, as a result of that, the more data points that we get, as in, the closer that we get to all of this, as in the official announcement, and when we get 2 of the 3 data points that we have, right? When we have these, now it becomes a lot easier to determine what is it going to be. It's like, picture it this way. You have, what are those things called? Connect the dots. That's what I'm thinking of. Connect the dot puzzle, right? Okay, so there, let's just say it's numbers 1 through 100, okay? You connect the dots. When you look at the picture before you draw any lines, you're like, I wonder what this could be. I'm not quite totally sure. I don't know what it could be. There's just a lot of things. Let's just say that you complete, 30 of the 100 dots. You kind of get a little bit of a picture, like, I think I can kind of make this out. I kind of have an idea what this might turn into. Then you connect, call it 70 of the 100 dots, right? You can see pretty clearly, like, I don't know 100% what this is going to turn into, but I can see pretty clearly what this is going to be and have a pretty good idea how this picture is going to turn out. And then you connect 100% of the 100 dots, right? You connect all 100 dots. Can you see the picture? Yeah, very clearly, right? Oh, it's a dragon. Got it. I thought it was going to be a dragon. Wasn't totally sure, but what do you know? Here it is, right? So anyway, that's the kind of the same thing we're going on here with this these announcements that are coming out. When we have the inflation data from July, it's like the 30% of dots are connected. I can kind of see a little bit of the picture, but you know, it could change, not really totally sure. When we have the August number and July number, well, now it's like, okay, we can see a pretty good picture of what this is going to be. Something could change. There could be a little bit of a twist at the end. We're not really sure, but we have a pretty good picture of what this is going to be. And then all of a sudden we get the last number, September's number, and it's like, oh, well, yeah, obviously this is, you know, here's what it is. Exactly what we know, right? It's exactly the same thing as what we're waiting for here, okay? So we have a couple pieces of the puzzle. We have about, like I said, 70-ish, whatever percent. Well, I mean, technically, if we're looking at real percentages, you know, we're technically at 66%, okay? Just, you know, 2 of the 3 pieces of the puzzle, you know, this is kind of where we're at. So, but anyway, my point is, we're very close here. We have some details. We have a pretty good idea of what this may be. But again, we don't have the full picture, and we will not have that full picture until mid-October when the announcement on this inflation is released. And then, of course, we'll have the official announcement out of Social Security shortly thereafter as well, okay? So important stuff. Now, again, I don't want to discount this announcement. I don't want to say, oh, it's, you know, it's not that big of a deal. Who cares? It doesn't matter. It does matter. It matters a lot. This is a lot of the data that we need, okay? Each of these data points are very important. So the information that I've seen out there, you know, I've seen some different headlines popping up saying, this is it, the official announcement out of Social Security. Wrong. No, it's not. This is not the official announcement out of Social Security. That'll be in mid-October. However, this one does directly impact Social Security benefits because this is some of the information we need to determine how much that COLA will actually be. So on one hand, yep, it's very important. On the other hand, no, it's not the official announcement. Kind of makes sense here? So again, anything could still change at this point. Anything could be adjusted higher or lower, but I think we're getting a pretty clear picture on what this is going to be, right? You've heard me talk about this before in other videos. There's a lot of speculation, but until Social Security sings, you know what I mean? Until they sing, you know, then we'll actually get the official numbers here and how much that is actually going to be. Now, here's the thing as well. As soon as we get that announcement out of Social Security, I don't know, as in, you know, I'd have to look back in history, but I don't think there's ever a time that Social Security has come forward and said, the COLA is going to be 2%. And then they come back like a couple days later and say, just kidding, it's actually going to be 1.8%. I don't think there's ever been a time for that. Now, again, I could go back in history and look and do some research on that. But once they announce it, it's pretty much written in stone, okay? It's pretty much the situation, okay? When the COLA is announced, they don't go back and say, just kidding, we're going to lower it some more, or we're going to raise it. Just kidding, we calculated wrong, okay? That doesn't really happen. Once they announce it, boom, that's it, okay? So anyway, hope this one helps you out. But again, like I said, there's a lot of speculation out there, and this is a highly anticipated number for a variety of reasons. We've been seeing all this inflation for the last year and a half, or actually it's more than that, 2 years, 2.5 years. Sorry, I spoke incorrectly. 2.5 years, starting back in about March of 2021 is when this started. And here we are all these months and years later, still dealing with this inflation. And it's finally coming down according to what they're telling us. But there's a big difference between what they're telling us and what we're experiencing in our real lives, right? Big difference there. The disconnect is great, as in, you know, they're telling us one thing, oh, don't worry, everybody, inflation is coming down. And then we look at our real lives and we say, but wait, why is butter still $10 for 4 sticks or whatever? I don't know. I honestly don't know the price of butter. I'm just making something up. But you kind of get my point, right? We're still looking at it saying, why is cereal still $6 or $7 a box? Really? And prices have come down? I don't know about you, but I'm not really seeing that, except for on a few select items like eggs, as we've talked about before in other videos. But other than that, not really seeing it, right? So anyway, Hope this helps you to better understand what's going on here. No, this is not the official announcement, but it will be out relatively soon here. And as soon as we get that information, of course, I'll bring it to your attention. But, we're gathering some data here. Pretty good stuff. And as soon as we get that official announcement, of course, I'll be here for you, breaking it down, letting you know what it all means. But this is what it comes down to. So if you see anybody out there saying, this is the official announcement, this is it, and this is how much benefits are going up. Well, we don't know that for sure. We can speculate pretty closely what it's going to be, but we don't know 100% at this time, okay? But it's only a matter of time here, not that much longer, and we will know for sure exactly what it's going to be. Anyway, hope this one helps you out. Again, please subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet. Share the video with your friends, family, social media, and go back and check out any of the other thousands and thousands of videos here on the channel. Leave your comments, your questions, your feedback down below as well. I'm here for you in any way that I can be. Again, I want to bring you the information so you understand what is going on here. And again, I know it can be very confusing, and sometimes I say things that are like, oh, that's not what we wanted to hear. You know what? Would you rather have the truth, the transparency, the honesty, the reliability of information being accurate, saying this is what's happening? It may be news we want to hear. It may be news we don't want to hear. Or would you rather have me sit here and say, oh, don't worry, everybody. It's all coming. It's going to be super good and super great. And this is the official announcement, and just keep blowing smoke. I don't think so. Not my style. I don't want to do that. I want to bring you honest, accurate, reliable, and transparent information every single day in these videos. I've been saying it for years, and I want to continue to do that. Even if it happens to be news that we may not want to hear or things like that, you still got to pay attention to what's going on, especially as it directly impacts your monthly checks, your money, things like that. I find that to be very important, and again, just want to do what I can for you. Anyway, please enjoy your day. Have a good one. Subscribe down below. Share the video. Go back and check out the other videos here on the channel. Have a nice day. Take care. Stay tuned. There's a lot going on right now. Super busy time, and catch you again later.